Okay, hi everyone. How are you doing? Welcome. This is a collective reading for the new moon in Scorpio. So let's talk about it a little bit first, okay? So for this new moon in Scorpio, this is the new moon. New moon is meaning the moon is closest to the sun right now, which means that the moon and also the sun are basically working together with their powers. So your ego and your emotions are coming together. So for those of you who really want to see how this is going to impact you, definitely look at your sun sign. So that's the sign that you were born under that represents your ego. Your ego is how you live your life. And look into your moon sign. That's how your emotions, how you carry out your emotions. Right now, your emotional piece of yourself and your ego are meeting together. Okay, and they're working together. So this is going to be very emotional. And of course, since the new moon is not being like, you won't be able to see it in the sky really because it's closest to the moon. So it's not, you can't see the reflection of I'm sorry, the moon is closest to the sun. So you can't really see the reflection of the sun's light off of the moon. This is meaning since the moon is hidden, this is things that we're dealing with on the inside of us. So a lot of you might feel the need to actually be by yourself, and that's absolutely fine. Um, that's absolutely fine. That's really what you're supposed to be doing right now. It's going to be very emotional. It's going to be definitely a time where basically in your ego is going to be facing some hard truths, and it's also going to be triggering you to let go of emotional baggage that you don't need anymore. You've probably felt this energy the past couple of days leading up to this new moon, which is tomorrow. Um, that's completely normal. Along with this new moon being in the Scorpio sign, Scorpio is a sign of transformation, emotional transformation. It is a water sign, and it's also a fixed sign. So you kind of have to go through this. You don't have a choice, basically. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reading. I pulled out four cards from the animal spirit deck, just like always. I love the animals, and they are the masters of their. I believe that the animals are spirits onto this earth. They are masters at something. You can always learn something from an animal and just their natural behavior. Okay. This is why I love this deck so much. It's so beautiful. Um, I'm actually thinking about doing some videos explaining my decks and just going over the meanings. So anybody else who may be thinking about getting a deck like this or getting this specific deck, or if you already have this specific deck, we can go over and look at the meanings of it so that when you get it, you are knowledgeable in what you're doing. Okay, so the first one that we have the stingray, which is a water element. And the stingray is out and it's talking about developing confidence, a sense of self, or a spine. Okay. When in balance, you're eager and want to grow. Out of balance, you blame others and you quit. And to bring into balance, move through the discomfort. This is basically the energy of this new moon right now is the stingray. This is definitely, a spirit right now that's guiding the collective is the stingray spirit. Um like I said, there's going to be a lot of emotional things that you're going to have to go through with this new moon because you are going to be coming out of this energy with a new purpose. Okay? So for those of you who already know that you have purpose and you guys have already ascended to the next level of ascension, you already know this. Some of you, if you're a little new to ascending, or you're conscious about the spiritual journey that we're on now, this may be a little difficult for you. And for those that are resisting, of course, this is a stubborn sign, right? So it's okay because we're in the new moon of Scorpio. You're gonna be fine. Okay. So, and that's if you're blaming others. So you might have something, this is what I'm feeling. Some of you have emotional baggage where you might have put the blame on somebody, and whether that person was to blame or not, whether that person was right or wrong, it's time to release that pain. Okay, it's time to release that pain. So let's go on to the next one. We have the gazelle, a fire element, heightened awareness and ability, and vulnerable. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, and artistic. When out of balance, food allergies, insomnia, and a racing mind. To bring into balance, yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. This is calling out that at this time, for this new moon in Scorpio, because it's going to be hitting your emotions really hard, you need to take care of yourself, okay? You're going to be very, like I said, heightened awareness and ability. You're going to be aware of places that you were vulnerable in your life. Okay, remember, it's like, blaming others and all this kind of stuff. This has to stop, because the reason why these are you're holding on to these things is because of vulnerability. Scorpio is a sign that is not comfortable with being vulnerable. The scorpion, not only do they have a shell, but they also have a stinger too. So even if you do get close and they do know that they have a shell, they're gonna sting you if you try and get if you try and get near them and they don't want you to. Okay, so this is really about taking care of yourself at this time, because you're going to go through times in your life that you were emotionally invulnerable, and possibly somebody took advantage of your emotional vulnerability. It might be a time where you were naive, where you didn't know any better. You're going to have to accept what happened. It happens to everybody. And so there's no need to feel embarrassed, because the gazelle is also coming to you in a fire element. The fire is ego. Fire is your passions, your desires, and your wants in life. It's the last element that was put onto us in order for us to even be, it's the element of life. It was the last element that gave us life and gave it in the form of movement, right? So this is very important. Okay. The next one is the hummingbird, positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. When in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, sharp. To bring into balance, take a class. So there is a hummingbird spirit that's wanting you to go on a journey where the reason why you're going through all of these times when you were naive and all of these times when you were vulnerable, some of you might be afraid to go on to this new step. Okay. This is a new spiritual journey where you again are naive. Every spiritual journey that you go in at the very beginning, you are naive, because if it's something that you've never done, you're naive. If it's something that you've never done, you're a novice. If it's something that you've never done, you're ignorant. And that's fine, because now you're in a place where you're a student. And when you're a student, that means that the universe can bestow knowledge on you. Okay? Be open. Be open to that. And then also spiritually resourceful. This is an air element. So there may be something there's something with taking a class. There may be some sort of a class online. I'm sensing like a class online or some sort of learning online, or maybe somebody that you need to call on the phone. Somebody's going to give you knowledge on the phone, or there's something on the phone. There's something with technology. Okay, it's very fast. Could be emails too. Emails. Maybe somebody's teaching, or some of you, maybe somebody's teaching you through emails or something like that. The last one is we have the sea serpent. And this is coming to you through spirit. Okay. This is a spirit element. Healing emotional wounds, expressing desires. So for some of you, you might need a little bit of a therapy session. Okay. So if you guys don't get therapy sessions through spirit, as in if you're emotionally open to spirit in order to get therapy session from, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, the universe itself, your higher knowledge, you may need to, this is the journey that you're going on to, is to be open to them. But you may need to don't shy away from therapy or talking to somebody that you trust fully in your gut. Also, you don't have a bad gut feeling about them. Kind of opening up. That's what I'm sensing. But somebody who's spiritually aware that can lead you to the spirit. Okay. But yeah, some of this may be taking a class online of some sorts. I mean, this actually could be, I mean, this could be your class, it might even be this. But either way, just remember that spiritually inclined and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look into just the general spread. Actually, no, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Moonology deck. Okay. I love this deck. Oh my gosh. I love it. So we're going to take a few cards out. 3. I like the number 3 when it comes to moon readings. Creativity, expansion through the mind, emotions, and then goes to the minds. Okay. Positive divine spirits around me, please give me 3 cards for the collective for the new moon in Scorpio reading. Okay, supermoon. Emotions are running high. Yeah, this is one. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You are good enough. And full moon in Libra. A win-win forecast is coming. Okay. So as you know, we've already talked about the new moon. Emotions are running high. This is just spirit's confirmation. Yes. Everybody is emotional right now. Whenever the moon does her thing, it is emotional. People are going to be expressing their emotions if they do not work on themselves from the inside silently like an introvert. Some extroverted people might be expressing their emotions outwardly. Emotions are running very high. But now's a time for your inner journey. So my advice is really to focus on yourself right now, okay? Because everybody's emotions are running high. Just because somebody's screaming and running around saying, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling this, everybody is, okay? Everybody is right now. So you need to focus on your own. They're on their journey, you're on your journey, okay? You are good enough with the full moon in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo is a sign of, I always see Virgo as a sign of abundance, one of those abundant signs. You always hear about the Virgos, the famous Virgos and what they do. They're perfectionists. They're this. They are hard workers on their craft. You are good enough. Okay. Whatever you're working on right now, you are good enough. Whatever time that you were vulnerable, whatever time that you were naive, whatever time that you thought you should have known better, you are good enough. Okay? You're good enough. So be kind to yourself. Understand that you cannot, just like you can't blame a child for things that they didn't know. You can't blame yourself when you yourself when you didn't know something. Okay? Doesn't matter what anybody says. If people, make you feel bad for for actions that you did, for things that you didn't know at the time, you need to, distance yourself from those people. Those people have a different type of growing that they need to do, because those people judge themselves in that same way, even harsher than how they judge you. Okay? For you, you need to know you are good enough. And then a win-win outcome is forecast. So, and that's Libra energy, full moon in Libra. Libra, as you know, is a sign of balance. Basically, I always look at Libra as the justice sign. You know, they're always balancing, never fully balanced, but they're always balancing, right? So a win-win outcome is forecast. There's a confirmation from my puppies. They're napping, but now they just got up. They can feel the energy. Hold on one second. Okay. So yeah, a win-win forecast is created. So it's a possibility that some of you, whatever conflict that you're going through right now, it's going to move into balance. It's going to move into justice. Things are going to be balanced out. And I will admit to you, the collective energy in general is very imbalanced right now. We have karmics, we have, ascended people, we have, it's almost like everybody's energy is all mixed up, but they're getting placed, okay? Because karma, right, is coming through. And karma doesn't have to be bad. Karma can be good, okay? You can have karma as a reward, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, you get hit by a bus. It could be that you own a bus, right? So don't ever be afraid of karma. Karma is being dealt with, and it's pushing people in their places. So no longer are karmics and people that are getting out of karmic situations together. Now they're slowly getting separated. So a win-win forecast is being made because balance is happening. Everybody is being placed where they need to be at this point in time. Okay? So for the immediate energy for this, you guys are moving towards a destiny. I'm using the Dreams by Gaia deck. Hold on. Before we go on, let me just show you. Is this not beautiful? Okay, so a lot of times, I'm obviously Black. A lot of times I don't really go for, decks with white people in it. I try and be like, really actually open to all races, but and I judge by beauty, but this was so beautiful. This was my mom's, and she gave it to me. So, and I love it so much. Yeah, this is a beautiful deck. I'm definitely going to do a reading. I mean, not a reading, but a videos are going to be coming up where I'm going through the cards. This is definitely going to be one of the decks that I go through, and I'll even do my personal decks that I use only for myself. I don't use them for reading for other people or even online or anything. But I thought this was going to be a really good deck to use for moon readings. So this is one that I'm using right now. So for this card, we have the Destiny card, okay, which is actually the card at the front. And I thought this was so crazy. I was like, we got the face of the box. Destiny. Okay? Destiny. That's what we're working towards right now. You're working towards your destiny. There's some things that have to be there's some things that have to be worked on, okay? You're in the class, you are in the hands of spirit right now. You're going with the flow. And because you've gone with the flow, you're going to your destiny. And your destiny is abundance. Now, when I talk about abundance, it's not just about money. Abundance is also about peace, stability, joy, happiness, love. You know what I mean? And actually, new love is coming. This fell out when I was shuffling the deck. This is equivalent to the Ace of Cups. New love, a new beginning. Everything's going new for you. And it's all timed correctly because there's a transformation. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So right now in the new moon of Scorpio, you're letting go of old emotional baggage so that you can get to your destiny. New love, your destiny, abundance. Abundance. Look at all these dragons. Dragons are my favorite. I always think my spirit in the spirit world is a my spirit in the spirit world is a dragon. Okay, and this is what makes me fall in love. Is actually a blue dragon, and actually this is the next card. Even though we're not going to talk about it yet, it's actually like mixed in between these colors here. But yeah, a dragon and another dragon. You're protected. This is a dragon spirit near you. You're very protected during this time. I would even say probably anybody that's gone against you might have had their whole world torn apart. I'm not even gonna lie. Anybody that's been against you or that has harmed you or that has thrown negative energy against you has really had their world torn apart, because you got this you have the dragon spirit that is protecting you. Okay, some of you may be spiritual dragons, you know what I mean? I'm really being honest with you. Um in human form. That's not something that you want to mess with, because a dragon, let me tell you something. A dragon doesn't sit and waste their time with arguing, and they don't care about what others say or what others think. Because at the end of the day, when the dragon's unhappy, they just burn your everything up. That's it. But also a dragon learns patience, because when they make a move, they do burn everything up. They are not impatient with it. Okay. That's a big power that requires a lot of responsibility and knowledge and discipline. Okay. But yes, abundance is with you. There's a destiny, there's a new beginning. All of this is here for you. Okay. And in the recent past, we're talking about baggage and everything. Look at this baggage. This is the 3 of fire. 3 of Wands in the traditional tarot deck. Okay. Look at all this baggage. But moving on, your baggage is small. You've done so much work. This baggage is just things that you don't even know what's even in this bag. It's things that you may be surprised at what you're holding on to deep inside. You're completely getting cleansed, because this is a fire element. Okay. Fire is also cleansing. It's creative, but it's also cleansing, creative, transformative, and cleansing. So this is weeding, this is firing and burning off all this rest of this baggage here. Okay. But you've definitely moved on from something. You've moved on from something. For this card in particular, it talks about moving on, leaving something behind. Either you've left something behind, maybe something was taken from you, or whatever, but moving on from the struggle, moving on from the pain. You've got your little knapsack there and you're moving on. Now spirit wants you to go through this knapsack. And for those of you who have ascended, you guys are very, very stable right now. You guys are focused on your stability right now. 4 corners, right? The 4 levels of understanding: emotion, spiritual, ego, and mental, right? Fire, water, air, and earth. You're working on your stability. You're working on mastering your balance. Okay. And that's going to be requiring letting go of some of the things that do not serve you. Some of the things that make you sad, move through them. Okay. Stingray energy, right? Move through the discomfort. You're going to have to do it. Those who do not move through the discomfort, those who do not move through what's going on emotionally and their emotional baggage, they're going to be stuck with it, and spirit's going to keep them with it until, right? Until they move through it. So this is what the focus is currently. Now that you've moved on from things that don't serve you, now you're working on your foundations. If you have a business, you're working on your business. If you left your ex, now you're working on making yourself strong by yourself, right? Balancing out the pieces that tied you to this ex, right? If you left behind a job, you may be looking for another job or starting a business, venturing out. You're literally, you're going with spirit, but spirit has your back. You can't fail with the dragon, okay? And then in the near future, we have the ace of the ace of air, the beginning, the other dragon, right? The two dragons, water and air, emotions and mind, feelings and thoughts. They're coming together, which is what they're supposed to do. Without the emotions, you get a person with anxiety, overthinking. You know what I mean? Without the emotions, you get a person with anxiety. Okay? The mind is there to translate the emotions, because your emotions hold your purpose. It's the language of your spirit. Your emotions hold your purpose. So now that you've been working on your foundations, now that you've walked away from what spirit wanted you to walk away from, now you're on a spirit's path. And I just advise you at this time, just go with the flow. Continue. You're about to get a surge of new ideas. This could be people coming to you with communication of some kind. Because you've left behind what didn't serve you, a lot of these people, especially if these are people that aren't on a spiritual path like you are, a lot of these people are going to come running to you, okay? Because they see that you got something that they don't. That's the whole purpose of why they were against you, because you have something that they don't. So now it's new thoughts. Now it's new ideas. Now it's all brand new. You're in this creativity, okay? You're blossoming. You're coming with a new mind. You're coming with a new mindset. You are not the person that you were last year. You probably may not be the person that you were 6 months. I mean, the basis, but as far as personality, which is the fluff, which is determined by the experiences that we have in life, you are a new person, okay? Your personality is different. Your personality has wizened up. Your mindset is different, okay? And then again, this is the 8 of earth. So for this deck, this is representative of abundance, okay? Traditional tarot, 8 of earth, 8 of pentacles is usually abundance, but you're working on it. This is abundance. With the number 8, it's ongoing. Okay? It's ongoing. It's in the stability. There's something that you're doing right now where spirit's going to keep on blessing you abundantly in the infinity. Okay? Abundantly, infinitely abundant. Okay? Infinitely abundant. Perfect. I got it out. Infinitely abundant. That's what we're working on now. So we're going to take a look and see what else we have from spirit. Now, this is also another deck. I'm using my Mermaid Tarot. This is actually the first time that I'm using this deck. But I figured, because we're talking about the moon and we're talking about emotions and we're talking about Scorpio, we might as well definitely look into a deck that kind of caters more to emotions and that water energy, okay? Which is intuition. Okay, so high divine spirits, please guide my collective watchers into the new moon, spirit messages for the new moon. Let's tell a story. Tell us a general story, generally the basis of what the collective is going through right now with this new moon. What can they expect? Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, going after what you want. The Queen of Wands is this amazing energy of a manifesting power. It seems like the Queen of Wands just creates things out of thin air. And if you notice, this is kind of like what she's reminding me of is a Pele, the goddess Pele, the lava goddess, right? So a whole island with lava coming out. Like, where does this lava come from? Unending amount of lava, right? And in that lava, that's representing of creativity, of ideas, of abundance coming in. There's some, like, you can do whatever you want. You are going after the things that you want. You're getting rid of this baggage because you don't want to hold it anymore. That's why you are doing it. This scares people because I was so surprised myself to realize that most people, they don't know what they want. Most people do not know what they want. They haven't connected with spirit to even know their purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has wants and desires. And I don't understand that. I actually believe most people actually do know what they want, and your wants can change. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're afraid. They're afraid to go after what they want. You are not afraid. This is the basis. You're getting rid of the baggage. You self-heal because you want to be healed. You're getting rid of the baggage because you don't want to carry it. It's not, you don't want to carry the burdens. A lot of people hold on to burdens because they don't want to let it go. They don't want to go through the process of letting it go. Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords energy as the overall. Didn't I say that, along with this this air dragon, right? The ace of swords, the ace of air, the beginning of air. This may be new communication coming to you. Everybody's going through this new moon. You have a Knight of Swords here. This is an energy of going after what you want, yes, but this is also an energy of communication. There's going to be some communication that comes to you. I don't know if you want it. I don't know if you want it, but we just gonna keep going. Okay, where we going with this? Recent past, the devil. Yeah, remember that recent past you walked away? You walked away from devil energy. You defeated the devil just by saying that you don't want to deal with it, no matter what. You can't make me deal with it. You can't make me be trapped. Devil energy it will trap you. Now, when we talk about the devil is that Saturn energy. It's needed for us to be tested. If you have ascended to the next level, you have basically met the devil face to face and won. Okay? Or one of his minions, depending on which level that you're at. For some people that are on a really high level, if you are on Empress level, Emperor level, which is what everybody's talking about on the tarot, in the tarot world, which is basically a balanced divine feminine level, or a balanced divine masculine level, you have met this devil Saturn energy face to face. Okay. You may not have known it exactly, but you've met them face to face and you won. Okay? You defeated this in the recent past. Now we have temperance, patience. Okay? Patience. Let me see here. Yeah, patience. So here's the thing. Patience requires that stability, right? In order to become stable in life, you need temperance, patience. You can't go too fast. You're going to have to know when to move and when to stop, when to run and when to stay. Because if you keep running, you're going to run out of breath, right? And then everything's going to fall apart. If you stay, if you stay too long, you're never going to get forward. You're never going to push. You're never going to get to the next step. You're just going to be stagnant. So, but if you learn how to use both, right? Moving and staying, you will be fine. Right now, universe wants you to stay put on something. Stay put and work on inside, right? You defeated the devil, but you were also triggered. The devil triggers you on things that you haven't worked on. The devil triggers you on the triggers that you still have that may date back to childhood, may date a few years ago, may date yesterday. The devil's going to trigger that out of you, okay? 8 of Cups. In the near future, you are going to continue to leave behind the emotional baggage because you are in a new beginning. You're leaving behind all of that to go to a new beginning. Right now, you're staying put because you are getting your strength together to fully now move into your new beginning. Now that you're in this new cycle, now that you're in this new spiritual level, stay put, get a feeling, about that level, get a feeling about where you're at. Let the universe, let your guides and everything, give you messages and everything. Don't act, but in the near future you will, because right now you're being trained on a new way of thinking. Because since you're on a new level, now that you're on a new level, things are different. Okay? You're not going to be getting away, what those tricks that used to fall for in your past, whether it was last level, whether it was 2 levels, whether it was 3 levels ago, or 5 or whatever, those are not going to be applying to you. You have a new way of thinking. Yeah, you're a different person. You need to learn yourself. Okay? And I also see this. A lot of you have left behind people or a person. Might be a certain person that you left behind. Might be people. She's walking away from the man in the that's still on the ground in the sand, and she's going into the water. She's going into the intuition. She's going into spirit. She's leaving behind people that are asleep. She's awake. So those people that aren't on your spiritual level, they're going to have to do the work to come on to that level with you, okay, for them to really actually know you, for them to really actually understand you anyway, for them to comprehend anything that you're about. But until then, it's not necessarily a goodbye forever. It's just right now, I need to work on this. You are busy. This person is busy too. Spirits with this person and spirits with you, but you're just on a different level. Okay? Yeah. She's in that moon energy. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. People are going to be left out. You're going into abundance. People are going to be left out. You may be left out. But if you notice, she went into the water, right? And now she's coming out of the water with her 5 of Pentacles to this person here. For some of you, you have, okay. For some of you, you have been called to help other people. But in order for you to help other people, for some of you, you guys have been called to help ascend other people. Some of you are literally a spirit guide in human form. But when you are a guide and you're in human form, there's going to be times when you need to help, and there's going to be times when you need to learn, because you still have a human experience. It's not, I tell you, it's not for the weak-minded. I swear to you on that, it is not for the weak-minded, okay? It is not. It is not for the weak of heart, because it is an all-day job, okay? Some of you are literally, you know how some people are like, I'm an employee of Google, I'm an employee of Intel, I'm an employee of Adidas and Nike, I'm an employee of the blah blah blah, right? You are an employee of spirit and God, okay? That means you work when you sleep, because you in different dimensions. You work when you up, because you're living a human experience. And then if you add on during your human experience that you're about to be a spiritual guide as a human also, and help people in the physical world with ascending, that's a whole nother job. So right now, yeah, you're going to have to leave these people because you need to build your strength. This is what this temperance is. You're building your strength to go on to this journey of this level and learn. Okay? So let's see here. What is the Knight of Swords saying? Okay, so Queen of Pentacles fell out with this Knight of Swords, and Justice is on the bottom. Okay, so let's talk about justice here, because this is the basis of what this Knight of Swords is bringing in. This Knight of Swords could be bringing in information. Hold on. Yeah, this Knight of Swords could be bringing in information or some sort of news. Let's see. And there's justice with the Queen of Pentacles. To me, I think the Queen of Pentacles really embodies the Empress energy in the court cards the best. Just like I think that the King of Wands embodies the Emperor the best out of the court cards, even though Empress is all queens in the deck and also the Emperor is all kings in the deck. This just, to me, the Queen of Pentacles, it embodies the Empress the best for me. This is a stable energy, okay? Yeah, we're going to take a look and see here, because there's somebody coming to this Queen of Pentacles and they're bringing in some sort of a balance. Okay. Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords again. So we have the Ace of Swords, Ace of Air once again. So somebody's bringing in new information. Somebody's bringing in some sort of a truth. Okay. There's something that's been bothering you. And yes, you have walked away from it. And it's almost like around the time that you fully walk away, because right now you're letting go of baggage right now. But around the time that you fully walk away, I think it's as you're walking away, right when you make the decision, you might be 1-2 steps in. You're definitely not as far as she is, but you see how she's, hold on, let's see. He's actually starting to open his eyes and wake up while she's going into the water. So there's somebody who's coming to you as a knight. You're in queen energy. You're in royal energy. Somebody's coming to you as a knight. Somebody that's been asleep and may not have seen you for who you were. They might have felt like, oh, wow. And they might have been like, I don't think I want to deal with this. It seemed like a lot. You know what I mean? They might have felt like that, but they didn't really understand who you were, as you might have been a person to help them. You had you had divine interest at heart for them, divine positive interest at heart for them. Okay. And they may have done something to you. Like I said, this person could have ghosted you, cut you off, taken something from you, or whatever. But as soon as you walk away, as soon as you make that decision to walk away, and you're almost about to get right into that water, boom, this person comes in fast, because they can feel this energy. They feel you leaving. They feel you moving. I don't even think this person realizes that they're still in the grace of your energy just from them holding on. You're about to cut them off. And when you cut them off, a piece that they've been feeding off of dies. And so then they come and they come with confessions, but okay. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to look into this. We're going to look into this. We're going to see what is the Queen of Pentacles saying. What's the Queen of Pentacles saying? The Sun. This is a beautiful version of the Sun, because that's basically what we're going through with this new moon right now. But I tell you, that water, that your emotions, your intuition is meeting the Sun, ego, the new moon energy. So for the Queen of Pentacles, this is what the Queen of Pentacles is saying. Now, look, this person is bringing in truth and a new beginning for justice. This person wants to be fair. So this person could also be sent to you, may not be the person that messed you over directly. Okay. Yeah, you've waited. You've waited for your ships to come in. Your ships have come in. Yeah. So this temperance card, you're waiting for the rest of your ships to come in so that you can move on. Okay. You have stability now. And like I said, building an empire, you need to know when to move, you need to know when to stay. Anything in life, you need to know when to push forward, you need to know when to hold back. So this person, you as the Queen of Pentacles energy, which is that stable energy that basically the Queen of Pentacles has almost everything. Emotionally giving with boundaries, stable place to stay, not worrying about finances, not worrying about, food, not worrying about any of that, with a good heart. You've been waiting. You've been waiting. Remember when we first started with these cards, you had at the bottom of the deck, the bases is you're in Queen of Wands energy also. And that person was Pele, looked like Pele, the goddess Pele, with the lava coming out. Look now. It's ready. That lava you've been cooking in there is ready to build the island bigger. You already have an island, but now it's getting bigger. Now you're ready. Okay? This person senses that. You may have to give, or there's a compassion piece at the end of this. Somebody's been left out in the cold of your life, whether they put themselves there by ghosting you, or whether you ghosted them, or blocked them out. Somebody's been suffering. Oh, you're going to use your blessing. Even though this person is going to wake up and they're going to find you, you may not help them right away, depending on what spirit has, and every situation is different. And like I said, this could be a love situation, could be a friendship situation, whatever situation, it doesn't matter. Really, this is the basis of the meaning of what you're going through. You may be, wow, spirit may not want you to help this person right away, because this person also is coming to you as a knight. But eventually, you may look back and you may feel sad, and spirit may allow you, may be like, okay, you can go help them. I feel like there's a person that's been out. This person's has to finish their karma all the way. They've been left out of abundance, and they consider abundance favor. So that's why abundance has been taken from them, because this is a materialistic person. But you're coming to them eventually, and you're going to give them a helping hand of some kind. Compassion. Yeah. Because you are going to be, let me just say, you're going to be hella much blessed. Okay. Abundance is there. Your life, you are not going to want for anything. Yeah. It's like when somebody does something wrong, and this may actually be another thing what the universe is trying to get you to understand. When people hurt you, have compassion, because whatever somebody throws outwardly, what they're dealing with on the inside is times a million. So whatever this person did to you on the inside, they only gave you a fraction of what they're dealing with on the inside. Okay. And the thing is, spirit has given them karma where they have to sit down and they have to deal with themselves, because the way you make everybody deal with you, so spirit might be, hey, we're going to sit this person down, and we're now you got to deal with yourself. And now you got to feel what you give to other people. You don't want to sit with it. Why do you think anybody else wants to sit with it? And spirit is pushing down on them. Okay, here's the other thing. Spirit's pushing down on this person to change. They're with this Saturn energy. See, you left this Saturn energy behind. But guess what? The Saturn energy worked through somebody who accepted it. This devil energy, right? This devil energy worked through somebody, can only work through somebody if somebody accepts it. Okay? And they challenged them, that person accepted it, and through them, the devil then challenged you. But see, this person has to go through karma because first of all, they accepted it. This person wanted you to be in the cage. They're in the cage because they had it inside of them. And now they are having to deal with it. That wasn't what they wanted. They wanted other people, like how misery has company. They wanted other people to deal with it with them. They don't want to deal with their demons. Okay. This person doesn't want to deal with their demons. They're afraid. They're afraid to deal with it alone. Spirit gave them no choice. Now you have to deal with it by yourself. Now you have to deal with it alone. Nobody else can deal with it with you. It's for them. So, but here's the thing. Saturn energy is that, and that devil energy is that father energy. It's that tough love energy. Okay. It's that energy that says, do you know what's glitter and what's gold? And if you pick glitter, you're gonna get karma. You're gonna sit down and you're gonna learn this lesson the way that I want you to learn it. Right. And that's through hard, tough love. If you get up, I'm gonna hit you back down. This is hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's hard. That's very hard. You carry this divine feminine energy around you. Divine feminine energy, when they teach, we learn from the divine feminine, and then we get tested from the divine masculine, from the masculine energy, from the masculine powers, the masculine spirits. We have to pass their test in order to ascend. You carry this divine feminine energy. Okay. Yeah. You carry this divine feminine energy, and this person is missing this because you taught this person something, and then the masculine energy, as far as spirit, decided to test this person on what you taught them. So something that you told this person in the past, you gave this person some sort of information. You gave this person some sort of help, but they're struggling. I'm not going to say that they're failing, but I think that if they're in the class of Saturn, they're in the class of the they're in the class of the the divine, right? The divine orders, and they're with the masculine. Let's say they may be a C or a D. Okay. They may be just trying to pass the class with a C. Okay. You're going to go and give them a little bit of a helping hand because they are struggling. You don't hate this person. They're just asleep. They're just dealing with their demons, really. And you know this. You deal with the negative pieces of yourself because this is all about duality with this new moon. It's about dealing with duality. The dark and the light, the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine, the soft and the hard. This is balancing out. You're balancing that out continuously. That's a continuous journey. That's a continuous job to do, is to balance it out. So, I mean, even the whole reason why we are all here is to balance out the collective energy here, right? Of those two energies. So, yeah, this person or these people, could be 5 people, could be 8 people, okay? These people, you will be coming back to them to finish your job with helping heal them, to finish your job with helping help them through what they're going through. But first, you have to keep balancing yourself. You're not, and when I say balancing yourself, I mean really just holding your boundaries, okay? To me, this is also a boundary card. This hold on, let me pull it up. This Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles is also, to me, a card of boundaries. You're not letting anybody cross your boundaries. You're keeping your stability. So yes. And there's a new way. There's basically, okay, here's the words that came. There is a new curriculum, an updated curriculum for the spirit guides, especially the spirit guides here, living a human experience on how to operate with your job in this world and also your job with other people. So yeah, you will be returning to these people, but for now, especially for now, just be temperance. The next thing is using that curriculum and understanding that curriculum. And the next thing is you will be able to go and be because this is you being a spirit guide. You're going to go and have enough abundance where you're going to be helping people. Okay. For me personally, this speaks personal to me because I want to help homeless people in my city. I live in Portland, Oregon. I want to help homeless people in my city. And there's been a lot of people, as everybody else in the world, that have done me dirty. And I can already sense right now, because I can already sense like these people a lot of the people, they keep spiraling down. They're having a hard time in their human experience because they're having a hard time connecting to their spirit. And that's a main thing here with the new curriculum. Basically, the purpose is to guide people to their spirit, okay? And guide people to their purpose, not live out their purpose, not hold their hand all the way. They have to have the strength to do it themselves. Because if you hold their hand all the way, it's only going to hurt you and it's going to hurt them. And the negativities, their shadow sides that they have, you're going to initiate those to come out and they're going to lash out at you. And then next thing you know, you're going to be going through, emotional baggage and everything because you put yourself in the line of fire, which is amazing. You know what I mean? That's amazing. But also it's not always necessary. You know what I mean? It's not necessary when they can be sitting down with their own demons. They can be sitting down with their own shadow side. They have to do that work. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what I have right now for those who are spiritually ascended, especially those that are spirit guides here in human form, what this new moon says for you. Now, we're going to go ahead and put this down and we're going to look into a little bit more with actions, even though I think that I kind of covered it, but we're going to look into actions with my Goddess Afro Tarot deck. Ooh, okay, yeah, we got some actions that we need to talk about right off the bat. Oh, we got two cars. Okay, we're going to put that over there. We're going to keep them down. We're going to do a spread. Okay. So yes, another eight. Okay, so we got 3 aces. Actually, technically, we have 5 actually, because we have the Ace of Swords coming out twice. We have the Ace of Water, and we have the Ace of Wands right now. But when I was shuffling with these, the Ace of Wands already kind of wanted to come out. So we're going to call it 4.5, okay? But yes, you have the Ace of Wands here, new beginnings, starting new. You're shedding the rest of the baggage. You're shedding the rest of the pain. Because sometimes, honestly, when you have like a big heart and you have a good heart and people, you go through trying to helping people and then it ends up that the people end up attacking you and you're like, I'm just trying to help you. It can guide you into not wanting to help anymore. That's not the purpose. That wasn't the lesson necessarily that you were supposed to learn. You were supposed to learn to have your boundaries with your help. You're supposed, when you go and you feed, if you go and you feed a group of people, you're giving, but there has to be order. No, you can't just come up and take what you want. It needs to be enough for everybody to go around. Come and get your first serving first, then wait for everybody to eat their serving or get their first serving. Then you can come up and get your second serving. Get in a line. You have to have order, especially if the people are hungry, if the people have been starving. In order for you to give to them, you also need to have order. Okay, once again, we got that 3 of Wands energy again, double meaning here. So as far as action, you're on a journey. If you notice, she's on a journey, and you're on this journey alone, but you have spirit, right? She has a rhino that's going with her. Spirit is right along with you. They're just not on your path, but they're right along with you, and you're going through this door. Okay, you're on a journey and you're about to go through this door. And what's behind this door? We're going to see. It's the new beginning of Wands, of your passions, of your desires. It's going to be great. Okay, there's been a judgment. There's been a spiritual judgment in the recent past. So I don't know. I think like 2 readings ago, I had a dream where somebody was pretending to be my family. And I called them out, and then the dream just melted away, right? There's been judgment that was passed in the spirit world, and it's manifesting itself into the physical. Okay? Yeah, there's been a judgment. This is also second chances. For some of you, you guys might have had a path, and instead of going on to this path, because she's also going on a path. Okay? This is steps going up to ascension with spirit right there. I think this is the same side, isn't it? With spirit right there, sounding the horn. Welcome. Finally, you might have put your path to the side because you didn't have boundaries. Maybe people needed you, but really they needed to sit down with themselves. You needed you. So now you got the second chance again at these stairs. You're alone too. But there's also been a spiritual judgment of some kind. People have been judged. Karma is being dished out. Now you have options. This is also why Spirit is talking about being patient and waiting. Feel out your options. Things are different. You're at a new level, new devil, okay? Literally, new level, new devil. Things is gonna be more intense for you. So be patient. Don't just rush into things. Be patient. And then in the near future, we have High Priestess energy. High Priestess knows all the secrets of the universe. Does not say nothing about it. So I do believe people are going to come up to you in the near future. May even be tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is the new moon in Scorpio. And the fact that everybody is dealing with all this emotions that we've been talking about for how much? An hour and 3 minutes and 46 seconds. What we've been talking about. So these people might be coming up to you, but silent. Spirit's working with them. They're trying to run out of the work that Spirit's putting them through. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, then we have the 4 of Wands upside down. Okay, so there's something that's coming down. There's something that's coming down, your wants and desires, something that you wanted, something that maybe you used to want. It's gone. Your wants and desires are different. Ultimately, those old wants, those old desires, we're going to take one more card. for this Four of Wands energy. This could be you separating from those people that haven't ascended yet fully, or that are still struggling. They're still going through their dark night of the soul. You know this. Whoever it is, you already know. And if you don't know now, you're going to know in the near future. Because you're walking away from those people. One more card for the Four of Wands. I just want to know about it. Okay. Yeah. There's been a painful ending. Ooh, you know what? I'm feeling that this is a painful ending with you. People are okay. Yeah. And then, so we got the Five of Wands here. Upside down. So yeah. There's people that were fighting with you. There's people that were competing with you. It's done. It's done. Yeah. And this is probably why, after that, this is probably why you are going to probably come to this person and actually help this person with boundaries to yourself. Because this is people working in their ego. It's done. It's done. It's maybe people that you were in union with. Might have been relationships, romantic friendships. It's done. And they're going to know it. Because there's something that you're evolving into, they're going to see it too. There's some people that were competing with you. The competition is done. Whatever competition that they was having, they were actually having with themselves. They weren't having it with you. And it's going to be a very, very hard ending for them. So what fell out? Yeah, okay. We have a lovers, a reunion of some kind, and then also the Six of Pentacles upside down. You're no longer giving into, there was a lot of people, let me tell you something. A lot of times, so in order for a successful union, there's going to be a lot of matches, but the other person, we're going to say it's the man because we keep getting queen energy and stuff. So we're going to say it's the man. You may be an empress, and this man may have the ability to be an emperor energy. But if he refuses to be an emperor, the union can't happen. So you're not giving into any more energy into it. Nothing. And vice versa. If you're an emperor energy, male or female, just the energy, and you're matched with the empress energy, this person has to decide. This person has to decide to take that on. It's an option. It really, honestly, is an option for all of us. But you have to decide to take it. If you don't take it, no more givey. No more givey. That's what it is. Yeah, it's that. Okay, that's what the energy was. Yeah, and when you no longer give into the energy for that person, when you no longer give into the connection, it's going to be a very hard ending for this person. Very hard. They're going to be trapped. This isn't even an ending fully, okay? Because it's upside down. So it hasn't even fully ended. This person is just stabbed. This is an ending for you. But this person is going to be stuck there, and you see that. It's like this person is in some sort of purgatory hell, and you see that. Yeah, you completely see that. And then you have compassion. And no, this is not you giving into the connection. This is you giving them advice on how to ascend. You saw the blinds moving back there? Yeah, that's Princey. He's trying to give himself outside. I'm about to put him outside after this. But yeah, this is you not giving to a connection with this person, because this person's still on land and this person's still on land and you still in water. You're not saying come into the water with me. You're not saying let's work together. You saying, you know what? I see you struggling right now. Here's 5 pieces of advice. Here's 5 tools that you can use to get yourself out of this predicament. Because you've given yourself to Saturn's energy, to Saturn's hard lessons, to that father, that hard love. They've probably given it too. So whatever you give yourself into it. Whatever you judge will be reverse judged back on you. So while they were leaving you out in a whole nother world, they ended up isolating themselves. So I see you isolated. I see you struggling. I see you're anxious. I see you're depressed. I see you going round and round in circles in your mind. You need to connect to your emotions so that you can get what your spirit is trying to tell you and you can work through this. You need to accept what happened and you need to take responsibility. This person may not like how you're helping them, but that's the only help that they can that's the best help that they can get. They don't like how you're helping them because they don't want to do the work, but that's not an option. So, yeah. That's what this new moon energy is all about. Okay, so I'm going to close this out and I'm going to come back today. I'm going to do a reading for air signs, fire signs, water signs, and earth signs. Specifically, we're going to look into how the new moon energy is working with the elements, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I will see you guys later on today, okay? Bye.